Hello everyone and welcome to the Score for a Cause April 2024 event. This is day 2, the final day of the tournament, and we are about to decide our champion. Up first, the quarterfinals, single elimination, top 8, only one team can progress on through. I'm Sporty FC, it is nice to see you all here tonight for this event. Here again, a big tournament, Score for a Cause. This is April 2024, and well, this is a big event. The cause here is for the Sarcoma Foundation of America to support the fight against cancer. Exclamation point donate to find out more about this, about what the Sarcoma Foundation of America does here and how you guys can support us en route to our goal of $1,000. As you guys can see, on day 1 raised about $120. Day 2, though, I'm expecting so much more, a lot of it as well. What a big day it is, though. We've got 8 teams left, only one can win. Man, what a tournament has been so far. But I think to get an idea of how this one has been, let's take a look at our bracket. These are the 8 teams left: DefCloud, Quirksters, ERA, Blizzard, Phantom Gaming, 1UP Gaming, Abstract, Swordfish Midnight, Team A&D, HKU Ashlab, and OUG Overcast. Yes, the only org with 2 teams in this tournament, 1UP Gaming, progressing through with both. And on to that, we take a look at our groups and what we saw again in our Group C. If you guys were here yesterday, again, we saw Swordfish Midnight go for, that close 3-2 win over 1UP Gaming Abstract. Real sweeping Radiance Indigo to make it to this main event. So for them, it's been no easy run to get here for 1UP Gaming. But the nice thing about this is, like yesterday, they're on their last life. And for every team, they only have 1 life. So now in the single elimination format, while they do not have seeding advantage, they can still win here against Phantom Gaming, who went out of their group, Phantom Gaming. And with their wins, they were in Group B. Their win over A&D, Team A&D, being that 2nd seed out. So this is our quarterfinals. All matches today are best of 7. A lot longer from yesterday. It's a lot more, I think, pressure for these teams as well, with it being a $150 prize pool split between the top 2. These teams will want to be part of the group that can be there, but we'll see how likely that is. OUG Abstract, one of the 2 1UP Gaming teams here, and just want to see how well that org can do here. Again, 1UP Gaming, a long time org, has been in a ton of these tournaments. So even back when it was called Score Fixture, which was Score Fixtures 1 and 2. Obviously now under the new name, under a new direction, looking to continue their support for charity. So your support to the Score for a Cause tournament. And to, again, our charity, Sarcoma Foundation of America, exclamation point donate, again, to find out more about the fight against cancer. And to support us here. Again, you're on the right stream if you want to see some quarterfinals action, but there's 3 other matches happening on. As you saw, DefCloud, Quirksters, ERA, Blizzard was on the main stream. SFAC_RL, where I believe it's Taquito and Crouton who will be casting that one. Below me will be Vexyled, VXY_LAD. With Swordfish Midnight, Team A&D, which is a match I'm definitely looking forward to. And below him will be PozzSka, who will be joining us for the semifinals. With HKU Ashlab and OUG Overcast. His stream is PozzSka. Again, as I said, he'll be joining us for the semifinals. That has not been determined just yet, but it will be after this series. We'll be following the winner of this series, if any of you are wondering. And, of course, the winner of that match on the main stream with DefCloud, Quirksters, and ERA Blizzard. Or, again, what will be a pretty solid semifinals. All matches are best of 7 tonight, so I can't wait to see what these teams have in store. It should be quite a good series here. Knowing the competitive level that we're at this point, we've seen so many teams come through this tournament, and 16, I guess, to be exact. Half of them have made it this far, and of that number's going to be cut in half again, down to 4 for that next round. So, again, we're getting through this competition very quickly, and at this point today, these teams have got to be ready for the competition. Major thing I saw yesterday that seemed to be an issue for a lot of these teams was competitive consistency. And we'll see how this works here. But again, what I've really seen a lot of so far tonight has been a lot of, where we see these rosters and we saw a lot of inconsistency, especially with OUG. They looked so inconsistent in their series against Swordfish Midnight. Major reason why they lost is that their consistency failed them in Game 5. And again, it was a Swordfish Midnight team that was also not that consistent. Phantom Gaming, I've heard, coming out of the group, had a easier group than others, with Team A&D not being a team that people expect to make it very far in this final bracket. For them, that consistency is also going to be a question here. There's a lot of questions. I mean, to make it to the semifinals, though, should certainly get rid of those questions. But we'll see about that as we take a look at our rosters here. And it's 3v3 actions all night long. We've seen our OUG Abstract use all 4 of the players on their roster. Phantom, they've got 4 as well, and I've heard that they are definitely willing to use all 4 of them as well. So these teams have a ton of people. As we'll get these guys in as soon as we can here. Again, thank you all so much for showing your support. We got a prediction poll live as well. OUG Abstract and Phantom Gaming. I know they're just getting themselves ready for this series. It being a best of 7. Again, we'll be taking both quarters and semis, so it's going to be a nice long day of action. I'm excited to see this. I know a lot of you out there should be pretty excited to see this because single elimination, everything's on the line now. All that you did in day 1 does not matter if you can't win here. As thank you for the little cheer there. Again, make sure if you're gonna show your support to the Sacramento Foundation of America, not to me! ! Donate to get some, at least to show support. If you can donate as well. Again, we're looking to raise up to 1,000. If we hit 1,000, that's our goal. If we hit 1,000, Taquito's gonna be doing the Ice Bucket Challenge, I believe. So I want to see that out of Taquito. I want to see him do an Ice Bucket Challenge. So let's get him soaked with that ice water. As are you in a streamers tournament? Probably. What streamer specifically? Talking about today? Not really, but I wasn't really in any major tournaments. But what streamer are you thinking of? There, Weeks. There we go. And thank you for the follow as well there. Yeah, is it Weeks? Did I pronounce it? Queeks? I think that's how I pronounce it. He commentated. Yeah, what caster was this? By the way, there's a good chance I might have been. I'm in a lot of different places. But I don't generally play that often. I might have been. Doesn't seem unlikely. Yeah, he's talking about, oh, if it's Corporal Monkey Shines, then yes, I did. I was on his stream today. I did get to play a little series on his stream. That's who you're talking about. I am good friends with him. If that's who you're referring to. Again, we're just getting things sorted out. Sorry about the delay, but OUG Abstract should be here in just a minute. See how they're doing is... I love how small yet huge this world streamers is. Yeah, it is so fun. And that's the thing about it. I love small streamers as well. I remember back when I was a lot smaller than this, when I actually had like no overlay. If you guys look at my YouTube, you'll see some my old streams. That overlay, my old orange overlay, that overlay was made by me. It was me. It was handmade. It was made from simple graphics I found on a free website. I think it was Stream Elements. Not Stream Elements, sorry, Streamlabs. I think I got graphics from Streamlabs. And I just made it. Like, literally handmade it. So... this overlay is not. This overlay is made by LNDR. Shout outs to him. As again, yeah, it's always fun. But yeah, there's a reason I got a new overlay. That old overlay was terrible. Although it did do the job, and I still have it. I still have the remnants of it here. But I have this overlay now. It's a lot better. It looks so much nicer as well. And again, I just love it. So, but yes, yeah, I remember when I was a much smaller streamer. And again, go support your smaller streamers out there. There's so many of them out there. There's so many gems out there that I've found over my time of searching that are just amazing people. And the nice thing about small streamers is, unlike the bigger streamers, they will see you and they do care about you. So always show your support. As while I'm talking, OUG Abstract have joined the lobby. So I think everything is good to go. I think we should get this match underway. The quarterfinals of the Score for a Cause April 2024 event. It's a best of 7 series, 1UP Gaming Abstract looking to prove, as well as Phantom Gaming, that they have got consistency that they failed to produce yesterday. Today is the day to do it. There's no better time than when your life is at risk in every single match, It's single eliminations. OUG Abstract on the blue, Phantom Gaming on the orange, and it is one match to determine whose tournament lives will stay alive. Phantom Gaming, they have not lost champion 3-0, but as I mentioned already, against Team A and D, their group was said to be one of the easier ones. And you know who doesn't take kindly to that? It's Shadow Ball, already 14 seconds in, and it's Phantom Gaming up by 1. And the difference that one goal can make, especially this early on, we've seen so many teams where you just give them game 1, and the rest of the series is theirs forever. Often we mention game 1 is that kind of series that just try to test things to see what works, but you know, in a single elimination format, every game matters, and in these early games really do make that difference, especially since, unlike yesterday, you don't have that time anymore. You don't have that extra life, those extra matches to play to keep yourself going. Phantom Gaming, this game 1 really does matter a lot to them here. As Silky in the midfield, Hardpoint will send this ball away, and OUG Abstract looking to be the ones that can, you know, win even with that, with yesterday not being their strongest performance. They go against a very solid Swordfish team that's one of the higher ranked teams in this tournament. At this point, for them, it's just about self-preservation, keeping yourself going, getting as far as you can in this event. Phantom Gaming continue their attack. Yiz beat by a hardpoint. OUG Abstract with a lot of defense, but if there's anybody that's going to put a stop to that, it would be Dimensiones. We haven't seen much of him yesterday. He was quite limited in the amount of offense he brought, but this guy's got some incredibly good creativity. He's one of the more creative players I've been able to see in my time, and he's still just as creative. He's got the aerial mechanics. He's also got a killer ground game, and if we see a lot of Dimensiones in free space, he's going to make things work. He is going to find goals. Against Phantom Gaming, we just haven't seen that yet from OUG Abstract. They aren't going to get the space like they did against Radiance Indigo yesterday. It's a much different matchup and a much tougher one at that, as he is now with a light touch looking to send this ball away. Stopped by hardpoint. Dimensiones whiffs on this one, but Vegas will keep it to the corner. Phantom Gaming will wait on the end of this one with Silky. Hardpoint doesn't reach it. Shadow Ball now in front. Phantom Gaming clambering over the net, but they haven't been able to put one on. Shadow Ball falling, but he couldn't get the shot. And halfway through, it's OUG who's got an open net. It's tied at 1. OUG Abstract played the defense and waited for the overcommit. And when it came, they were sure to counter. This game is tied up. And for all the offense that Phantom Gaming had, I was going to commend them for how well they do at suffocating OUG, at keeping them so far back and so far back on their goal line, but that's a horrible overcommit there in that midfield, and wow, I think it may get worse here for Phantom if they can't break out. Yeezus got the block, but Silky will come across to keep it away. And it's OUG now who've got some newfound confidence. With how much defense they've been playing, they're going to have to play a lot more of that with how this game has gone. Oh, there's a mistake there, and it's an own goal! Hardpoint has slipped into it! And Shadow Ball will once again retake the lead here. As his touch off the back one, Hardpoint could not flip away from it. Phantom Gaming lead by 1 again. And here in the middle of game 1, what a entertaining start it has been here, but things can only get more entertaining as this time goes on. Now, Dimensiones here for OUG, challenged by Silky. OUG now, again with limited offense, they've got to start pushing more and more upfield. They've had so little time to be able to attack that any time at all is better than nothing. Anytime at all, you know, they can work afterwards, just get those shots, and well, they are getting close to it here with some of these infield plays. Boost, not the friend here of Phantom Gaming, but they have held on for now. But this touch from Shadow Ball should give them the free room to work with. Although not for long here, as once again OUG waiting in the midfield. A fake there for Hardpoint. It's tied again. Hardpoint is a genius with the ground game, and he fakes Silky out of the way. The patience of OUG Abstract. Give them goal number 2. For Phantom Gaming, they just can't seem to hold these leads. OUG Abstract have done exceptionally well to keep them out, as a follow coming in from JG. Thank you for the follow, JG. Sorry, JJ, not JG. That's a different person. JJ, thank you for the follow-up to this buddy's stream. Is OG Abstract, Phantom Gaming, fighting for superiority in game one, and that one triple commit, follow-up shot, Shadow Ball. That one was halfway in the goal, but he's able to somehow keep Phantom Gaming alive here. With 60 seconds left, OUG now, they're the ones on offense, but not for long here, as here's the beat, it's a 3-2 lead. Phantom Gaming once again. A quick break for the midfield, and OUG Abstract are too slow to react to it. Phantom Gaming all on the same page on that one. It's such a risk to go for that as well with, seeing that the game is tied, knowing that that's one where you could overcommit and completely give yourself away. But it's a risk that was well taken, and is one that will benefit Phantom Gaming at the end of it, but they've got to hold on more. Shadow Ball will prevent that shot from coming, but another one is sure to come here. OUG Abstract have been playing. Vegas now. Silky clears it out for Shadow Ball, but not an easy read, and not one that's going to work in his favor. OUG will send it right back with Vegas. But this one in the midfield. He left straight to hard point. To OUG Abstract will keep control here. Vegas bumped out. Yes, now it's to the back wall. OUG Abstract looking to break down the field again. Here they go with hard point off to the corner. Silky, great first touch, great second touch as well, and that will end game one and give Phantom Gaming the early series lead. The team that was expected to make it this far and to get this series win, well, it's off to a good start for them. Even if that offense from OUG was definitely solid from hard points. There's only one player after all, and them having been so much of the offense, I do look at Vegas and the Menciones as being players that need to step up. We've seen them yesterday have their slow times. This can't be one of them. This can't be a slow series for them, or else they're going to be in big trouble when it comes to the future of their run here. Phantom Gaming aren't going to lose if the OUG Abstract side does not step up. What we saw from last game was, One Up Gaming moving to us. Even if they weren't playing at their best, they can definitely keep up with these guys. They just got to do it more because One Up Gaming are going to get better as the series goes on. OUG need to follow suit. That ball was floating in front. No one from OUG jumping for it, man. And everybody waiting on Shadow Ball to get that touch. Now Dimensiones, a pinch on hand, but Shadow Ball will once again send this one up to the ceiling. Just wasting time for OUG to try to create that offense, and especially when Phantom, they're playing so far back, they will need all that time they can get. How's how that one going backwards? Oh, it's not on. Vegas couldn't shoot either. Oh, but that one got far too close. Phantom Gaming will make sure that stays away. As he is with a great first touch, the fake under, but hard point, the last one back, and OUG Abstract will keep song, but another shot, and another one falls through. Silky on the end of it, and Phantom Gaming once again with the first strike in this game. An infield pass connects perfectly. And it is Phantom Gaming who once again are proving that they've just got it a little bit more. And another chance, Shadow Ball just off the crossbar. And a great attempt to getting that second goal. He completely fooled OUG Abstract on that one, but his shot just not good enough. But should be raising alarms here for OUG that Phantom Gaming are doing this well at keeping them out. As here they go again, and another chance just waiting in front there. That time it was Silky who could have been on the end of it, but he just couldn't make contact. And yeah, for Phantom Gaming, they are not taking any major risks. It's a one-goal lead. They are going to continue to look for that second goal, but they definitely have that confidence, and for good reason. How they've been playing so far, there's been very few opportunities for OUG to actually get a goal against them. Although it has been much more back and forth, much more even. It's still Phantom Gaming who seem to be at least a team that just on paper and right now is playing so much better, as Yiz is looking for that bump and Silky's going to look for that 50. He's got it too. Vegas will keep it out. As OUG Abstract panicking to keep their defense going. Their offense having found less opportunities, nearing the halfway point in this game. Going to have to re-engage into this series as Yiz bumped out. Dimensiones, a great chance, but Shadow Ball's whiffed as well. Phantom Gaming did not make that easy on themselves, but they're going to see that ball away, although I do worry about that boost usage they have had on defense. This team is using so much of their resources in this backfield, and it's leaving them open. Yes! We'll get that one off the post! A big save for Phantom Gaming! But my goodness, that boost usage is becoming a huge issue for them. It just feels so wasteful. All OUG need is just 2 or 3 opportunities, and then Phantom Gaming have nothing left. But they do find a chance the other way, and it is Silky who will somehow tuck that into the left side of the goal. As again, OUG who's caught on those overcommits, and once again, they need to prevent themselves from doing that. It's not the first time they've had that issue. But it does feel like they overcommit onto offense when they just can't get the goals they want. Isn't such a virtue at this level in Rocket League, and OUG have not allowed themselves to be patient. Some Gaming have been able to wait a little bit more. We saw how much of this game they had chances to throw everybody at that net on the other side and not go for it. Phantom Gaming who are willing to wait for the chances to come to them. They're the ones who are the benefactors. They've been able to score on those chances too. OUG at this point now needs something, but Silky not letting them with a great clear off the back wall. And 1UP Gaming Abstract, again, one of 2 1UP Gaming teams in this final bracket. We can try to keep that 1UP Gaming hope alive. Of them and, I believe it was OUG Overcast who came in and are the lower seeds in their matchups. And right now for 1UP Gaming, they may not make it through. Phantom has been solid in getting up to the offense, then immediately putting one on. I do it again with that dunk from Yiz. OUG Abstract's opportunities are falling for them. Phantom Gaming is continuing to just throw it up on offense, but that's a double whiff, and Hardpoint will have an answer. 52 seconds left as Silky and Yiz, both of them having pushed up for that mid boost, and neither of them have communicated that positioning. You think if Shadow Ball knew that he's going to get that clear and just go all in on that, if Silky or Yiz knew about it, they would have gone back, but no communication for Phantom Gaming, and OUG Abstract now have opened up a chance for them to come back in this game. Not a very big chance though, and already it feels like they're going to shut it down, and it is Yiz off the back wall, giving no life for OUG Abstract here. With 43 seconds to go. OUG Abstract, their chances of progressing in this bracket fall further. Phantom Gaming have proven to be a lot to deal with, and again, their overall consistency on finding these passes and having that team chemistry, I mean, it's just there. It's there, and for OUG Abstract, it isn't. As the offense of Phantom Gaming add another to the tally, it's 5-1 as this ground double tap from Yiz nearly found its way through, but Silky's follow-up will make sure they'll get a goal at the end of this play. Hello, Red Falcons. Yes, we're almost we're past halfway to the $1,000 goal that we want. If we hit $1,000, again, Taquito has to do the Ice Bucket Challenge, so go support, ! Donate to support the Sarcoma Foundation of America and fight cancer. As yes, you are watching the quarterfinals here, OUG Abstract, the underdogs in this matchup here against Phantom Gaming. And Phantom Gaming have proven why they are the favorite to win this one. With their current scoreline being 5-2. 15 seconds left. I don't see OUG coming back from this one, but this late resurgence, maybe that will be some momentum for them going to the future as another chance goes in for Hardpoint, and well, OUG definitely giving people some hope here, at least themselves some hope, as this series progresses. And well, again, it might be too little too late. This is a good sign for OUG if they are getting these many goals this late here in Game 2. Phantom Gaming haven't stopped playing, that's for sure. OUG has just been able to pick it up here. Well, again, it comes late. he sits here, and at least it should give them hope going into Game 3. But for now, Game 2 will be Phantoms. And they're closer and closer now to moving on to the semifinals. New Vegas and Hardpoint both leaving. They might be going for a card change there. Maybe an interesting situation because for OUG, you know, that game looks promising for them. Definitely can't call them out of this matchup. Though the rest of that game did look pretty weak from them. They had a lack of offense and a lack of converting on those chances. I felt like that the overall midfield they had was just not really there. Knowing this OUG team, they can definitely come back. There's still a lot of series to go. Phantom Gaming are not out of the woods just yet. They've still got to keep up the pressure. They got to still keep up the presence. It is a best of 7 after all, so every game matters, and making it to the semifinals. Phantom Gaming are, again, 2 games away. OUG definitely have a chance to potentially really mix up this series and really question whether or not they'll actually be, whether or not Phantom actually do have what it takes. For now, Phantom is continuing what they've started off the series with that solid pressure all around, but it's an infield pass, and it's straight to the Dimensiones. 1-up Gaming Abstract, 1-0 up against Phantom Gaming. And just great consistency, just great presence of mind from Hardpoint. You see Dimensiones, he has just not had all that much to do this series in Dimensiones, but as no Matthew, pun definitely intended. 1-up Gaming. Here to add a second! It's almost in. Dimensiones just off the crossbar. And Phantom Gaming right now, I've got a lot to deal with this game that they haven't seen from the last one, and maybe it's the car change from Hardpoint that's made the difference for them. I don't remember what that car is called. What is that car? Is that the Zippy? No, it's not. Is it called the Outlaw? Is that what it is? The Outlaw? What is that car called? Someone will tell me, I'm sure. It's definitely not the Zippy. Zippy's got a rounded front. What is that car called? Someone will tell me in chat, I'm sure. There's some people out there who know cars way better than I do. I only really know the main cars in this game, which is Octane, Fennec, Dominus, and maybe the Batmobile, as here comes Silky, response for Phantom. That's a Fennec. That's a car that we usually see on the stream, and a very strange goal as well off the corner from Silky to thread the needle. Yes, pun intended. Past that one to the front post, and somehow that ball just rolls its way in. He's found an incredibly small hole to shoot through, but shoot through it he does. Silky has given Phantom Gaming a goal back. OUG here to cut that down quickly. U Vegas, though, has cut off his teammates, and Phantom Gaming will wait here. Dimensiones, Shadow Ball, looking for the play in front. Hardpoint to clear. Yiz off the side. Now his chance, but stopped by Hardpoint. Silky will whiff, and Shadow Ball the last one back, but he's got space and a good setup for a dribble. Looking to the back with a 50 with Hardpoint. And OUG Abstract right now are again sent all the way to defense. But that boost consumption for Phantom has been an issue, even on offense, but he is not letting it affect them. Silky for 3! Dimensiones comes through. And 1-up Gaming Abstract prevent that one for Phantom Gaming. Now the other way, yes! A mistake! Dimensiones will be gifted the lead. 1-up Gaming Abstract just sent that ball downfield. And Phantom Gaming have completely fallen apart with it. Yes! What on earth? That's a huge error. It will cost them theirs. Are you telling me it's the Bone Shaker? That's not what it's called. There's no way that car is called the Bone Shaker. No, seriously, I'm being serious. What is that car called? Whatever it is, Hardpoint is rocking it this game, and I absolutely love that we're seeing an interesting car change from him, but OUG, maybe that car change has done a lot for them, because now they have the lead, and they can't hold it, though, against Shadow Ball. I was going to call in chat, it's the Backfire. That's what it's called. All right, then. Thank you in chat to A-Pop. And this game tied up again, 2-2. And I'm gaming now, playing the keep-up game with OUG. They're keeping up to them quite well, but just like how we saw OUG in Game 1, being able just to keep up with an opponent isn't going to do enough to win games. You've got to be able to take initiative. In fact, they're aiming. We've seen them do it, but can they do it in this game? When OUG Abstract just feel a lot more rejuvenated, a lot more energized. In games 2 and here in game 3, we are seeing a completely different one-up gaming Abstract, and it's one that has, again, a lot more energy, that a lot more confidence, and a lot more reason to win these games. As another chance in front, hardpoint will see that one deflected by the defender. Phantom will keep this one out with Yiz, but he can't get the demo. Silky with the dunk. Shadow Ball's just waiting on the goal line. He's not even going to challenge this. As the demo from OUG, Vegas removing Yiz, but not removing the Shadow Ball pressure. And Phantom Gaming will see the offense. As Silky, a fake! Yiz was looking for that double tap, but he won't connect on it. Shadow Ball will still shoot! And he's found the back of the net! Phantom Gaming will continue the scoring. And that is Shadow Ball. Up and over hardpoint. That goal will definitely help them, but Vegas. There he goes. A perfect 50-50, a perfect follow-up. He does it all himself, and OUG Abstract not letting them get away with it for long here. They're actually saying it is called a Bone Shaker. No way. Oh, that's incredible. Well, that's a new one here, but Phantom Gaming will sort of keep the offense going here, try to get themselves back in it. They're the ones with the initiative now to keep this gameplay going, to keep themselves and get themselves back in the lead. Match points, quadruple match points on the line for Phantom if they can get another, as Yiz with the ground pinch. Triple commit from OUG. No one wanted to see Yiz's shot go close to that net, but we'll get that clear away. Yiz. Oh, it's a whiff! Oh, Yiz! Oh, my goodness! What is that? Yiz! Oh, and he's blaming the lag as well. It better be lag, because that's a horrible mistake, and that ball was almost going at him in that play. 51 seconds left, though. They can't worry about the lag. They've just got to be able to get another one back. OUG have held on well, but another chance. Shadow Ball's got two. Yes, to take it! Yes, he does! He may have complained about the lag, but he's here to prove who's in charge. Phantom Gaming continue to stay in it. Another chance, and Yiz again at the end of it. But that one just kept out by a double commit from One Up Gaming. Shadow Ball head straight to the corner. OUG Abstract fearing for their lives. The onslaught from Phantom continue. Silky, all alone, dribble, over one, pass two, Shadow Ball, stopped on the line by Vegas. Yiz, off the sidewall, Silky, to take it. Dimensiones will see this one out. And now in space, it's OUG. Their chance to take the game. The flick is on, but saved by Shadow Ball. And at 0 seconds, Vegas, one more chance. Silky's got it. And this one will go to ground. Overtime, here in Game 3. One Up Gaming Abstract have poured their heart and soul into this one, and are not coming away with the win. That would be heartbreaking. One goal is needed. OUG to prove that their work is not without fault, as Hardpoint what has actually been confirmed as the Bone Shaker. Trying to get that clear away, but Dimensiones stuffed there by Silky. Hardpoint demoed away. And it's Yiz now who was the one to get his team back in it with that fourth goal in regulation. And he'll go again. Infield to Silky. Phantom Gaming breaking out a double commit. Silky to go for a goal, but Hardpoint will stay on the ground for this one and keep his team in it for now. Shadow Ball, though, infield Vegas. Had some clutch goals in this tournament, but none would be more clutch if he scores next. As he is, though, not letting it. Vegas will stop him. And Dimensiones is always looking for that clear, but he's whiffed the ball completely, and Phantom Gaming still have it. Shadow Ball, fake, Silky in front. Dimensiones will be first, and OUG Abstract will slow this game down, and as an infield pass, just kept away as Shadow Ball was on top of it. But maybe not on top of this one as Silky there, but Dimensiones bumped high. Silky again will keep View Vegas off. And Phantom Gaming survive another attack from OUG. Now that's their chance to go upfield again. It's been fast-paced, no team wanting to slow that down. And as the chances continue, so do the opportunities. Yes, here it is, in for Silky. Oh, but it's gone across the goal, and it hasn't fallen in. Phantom Gaming so close again, but they just can't win it. And OUG want this one out. Silky. Off the sidewall. Here he goes now. Shadow Ball stopped by Dimensiones. And Phantom are waiting, but they can't wait for too long. This gameplay continues. Yes, flip reset. But it's U Vegas who's got the block. No chance in front. Phantom Gaming. Waiting still more. OUG have given themselves life here in Game 3, but can they take it? Is this a best of 5? Oh no, I may have made the mistake here. As a great demo. Oh, Phantom Gaming, maybe that can do it. Vilky's gotta get out of the way though, and he cannot. Phantom Gaming couldn't shoot. OUG will clear, and this one's on! Oh, but Shadow Ball's got in there. OUG again, another attempt. Shadow Ball with another block. And the bump will give Phantom Gaming time to see this ball away. As Dimensiones, yes, to keep it out. Silky, this one stopped by Hardpoint with that early challenge. And OUG Abstract have kept their nerve with so many of these early challenges, so many of these blocks on, what would be goal-scoring shots, game-winning shots, maybe even series-winning shots. And yet somehow they keep this one going. The nerves for OUG have been kept well. As we're almost 3.5 minutes now in OT. Dimensiones. U Vegas doesn't have it, but does fake years, and so he's got a lot of work to do to get that ball out. He's done pretty well at keeping it in the midfield, though, and actually set himself up for a 50 here with Dimensiones. OUG Abstract. Still searching, but an overcommit, and there's a chance for Phantom to go the other way, although U Vegas with a single touch will slow that and remove any such opportunity. Hardpoint, Dimensiones, and one! OUG Abstract! 4 minutes of OT! Finally it connects! And it comes in Game 3. It comes when the pressure's on. 1UP Gaming. What a performance so far, as we are getting confirmation it is a best of 5 match, not a best of 7. So that keeps the series going for them. No sweep for the Phantom Gaming roster. Their lives are still well and truly in it here for 1UP Gaming. They've got to make that reverse sweep, though, and again, apologies on me not knowing that it was a best of 5. But it does make this a whole lot more difficult for OUG. They've got to make quite the comeback here, and with how that game went, so many shots, so many saves. I'm impressed they stayed in at 8 from Hardpoint himself. OUG Abstract had to stand on their heads to keep this one going. Now in Game 4, the momentum's on their side. Phantom Gaming, reminder, they can still take the series, move to the semifinals with a win, but OUG Abstract are here to prove otherwise. Dimensiones off to a good start. The flick pass too! And it's 8 seconds in, but OUG Abstract will continue what they started in Game 3. Dimensiones, and as I mentioned, this guy has got a killer ground game, and he shows you exactly why. OUG. It was 4 minutes of OT to settle that third game in our series. And here, feels like it may again be a stalemate, but Shadow Ball has a double, can't put it in, yes, off the bar, bouncing in front, and Phantom Gaming will come up with it. Shadow Ball set up this play beautifully with a double tap, but he couldn't connect. Yiz came through, and, well, fortune will favor the bold, and that's exactly where Yiz is, challenging that aggressively. He doesn't get a good play on that. It's OUG Abstract with a potential 2v1 the other way. Phantom Gaming, make it count, and once again, we've got a back and forth affair. Dimensiones again! He's found another one! OUG, right back at it! There's a double team bump there. Shadow Ball and Yiz run into each other, and that gives Dimensiones all the space he needs. Mistakes from from Phantom Gaming are costing them valuable goals here that OUG are 100% going to take, and while OUG continue their momentous swing, Phantom Gaming have got to shut it down one way or another. They want to take this series. Yes, Silky, the net's open, but instead of look for Shadow Ball, bump on you, Vegas. Silky still on it. Not a lot of boost to work with though, but he's got space. This one in front. Here comes Yiz. That one saved by you, Vegas, as he'll float on the crossbar. And Phantom Gaming going all the way back for this one. Shadow Ball, the whiff. Dimensiones, not on target though, and Dimensiones, I mentioned, has been a guy to take advantage and take complete control of series, but we're seeing that exact thing here. It's him who seems to be everywhere on offense, and him who seems to be everywhere for LUG Abstract in this series, and I don't think I could say there's any better player to have on this team to do that than Dimensiones. On the other side for Phantom, it's been Yiz who stepped up at the end of last game and the end of regulation to, to make amends for his own mistake. Do we see that Yiz show here on the field? OUG Abstract, Dimensiones again just proving to us that he's got the mechanics to work with, and as his team works around him, they're finding success in him, just kind of being able to do whatever he wants. Often we see teams just, going around whoever is playing the best on this day, and right now it's definitely Dimensiones as a whiff in front. Dimensiones will leave it for hardpoint, but Yiz will be there first, and Phantom Gaming will prevent any insurance for ONF Gaming Abstract. As Yiz again, the bump from Shadow Ball, and Yiz trying to get that fake on hardpoint, but he did not bite at all with it. That means it's ONF Gaming Abstract. We'll just see this midfield through and through as hardpoint. Silky leaving it up for Shadow Ball, but his touch just off to the corner, and it's straight to OUG. And Silky waiting back. OUG have no problem with these long clears, but they might want to be careful because it's off the back wall, and Hardpoint will get that touch out. But Phantom Gaming are still testing them here with these long touches down the field, and if they can connect with one of those, it might be all over for OUG. When it comes to this lead here, it's so unstable with it being only a single goal, and OUG Abstract have held on for now, but Yiz take it away again off the back wall here. Vegas, not the touch he wants, but Dimensiones will make sure no one Phantom Gaming can challenge. So you see the flip reset, but Silky's already dunked him. Silky again, he's got room to work with. Vegas is going to take this back, but it's again Silky who's just reaching for every challenge, trying desperately to keep Phantom Gaming's hopes in it. Shadow Ball again, the dribble. He's got room, he's got Silky, but he's also got Dimensiones, who has again been lights out. This is the Dimensiones game, that's for sure. And this is him proving that how good OUG Abstract can be when he is on form. Phantom still have a few tricks up their sleeve here to keep this game for as close as possible. That's not one of them, as a dunk from hardpoint would set up Vegas, and that could be free, but his shot's weak, and OUG Abstract aren't taking any risks here at this point on offense, and for good reason. They don't need to score again. They're holding this field down quite well, and at least for now, if they do get another goal, they'll be ecstatic, but they don't need it. Now this one has gone as Hardpoint now is space and the bump as well. It's rolling to the goal and it is 3-1 for OUG Abstract. As Silky whiffed in, but is bad of a position to do that in. Olivia is back with nothing to work with. And for Phantom Gaming, it's the OUG pressure that's getting to them. Reverse sweep now. Definitely on the cards. As Yiz, off the back wall. OUG. Looking to see this game through. Phantom Gaming need to score here, but Silky can't find the pass, and time will expire. We've got a game 5 to decide this series. With it being a best of 5, with it being so short, these teams don't have much time to really get used to this series at all. Best of 7s will start in the semifinals. This is the time to definitely do that, and what we're seeing already from these teams has been nothing short of extraordinary, but we've still got another game to determine this one. Play against the Death Cloud Quirksters side, who did just field sweep ERA Blizzard. On the other side of the bracket, Team A&D and HQ Astrolab have moved to the semifinals. This match has gone the distance. And man, I'm so happy it has. What a start to our night here. Game 5 already. We're visiting Champions Field for now, here to determine our quarterfinalist winner. Phantom Gaming came through their group, got those first 2 wins, looked so solid as well in offense, but it's the 1UP Gaming momentum that has quickly proven to be too much for them at times. Now here in Game 5, that momentum is taking full force here for OUG. Phantom Gaming, their last chance now to take this series, or else they'll see a reverse sweep on this stream, which a reverse sweep that does not happen too often, especially not in tournaments like this. Phantom Gaming, any team that has that pressure, it's definitely going to be them. It was OUG at the middle point of the series. Now it's Phantom Gaming who've got to prove it. This series does truly belong to them. Underdog upset wins are not unlikely, but they don't want this story to be the same. And it's Yiz who will make his mark. He doesn't. Not only does he get the flip under Dimensiones, but he gets the flip reset too. And it is going to be his team. 1-0 up, but Phantom Gaming, we've already seen that they don't always have the best of times in coming back and keeping those leads. They will extend it again. Silky makes it 2. And Phantom Gaming are not holding back any punches anymore. As he is again who's just done some incredible solo play mechanics to get his team in a beautiful position. OUG now, who look to go down the field again. And looked for that comeback. Dimensiones, stellar last game, was the player really to take over. Can he do it again? It looks like he has! You Vegas! You betcha! Dimensiones! There he goes! That's what this man can do! Just his mere presence puts fear through the hearts of Phantom Gaming. OUG Abstract looking to move through. Dimensiones again, looking for that bump, but can't get it on Shadow Ball. Yiz gets the beat on U Vegas, but Hardpoint waiting all the time to work with there. Shadow Ball's challenge will come slow. Now in comes Silky, he's beat as well. U Vegas, free touch to work with, but he can't find the angle. And it's Phantom Gaming now to go for the attack. Hardpoint leaves Dimensiones for it for free, but Yiz here, just wide, U Vegas next to it. Dimensiones meant to receive that one, but OUG Abstract not on the same page, and Silky will shoot. Hardpoint will get there first, and he's been able to make so many of these early challenges. You know, whenever OUG Abstract feel like they're starting to panic, one early challenge from Hardpoint does the work and keeps them going, but there's another one where they got an early challenge, but this one he won't connect. Silky again on the board, and Phantom Gaming will definitely make sure they're the ones that stay on top for now. 1UP Gaming Abstract Little under 3 minutes left here in Champions Field. Phantom Gaming now with all their hopes coming into making sure they can hold this lead. It's been a lot tougher than you would think it would be to do that in this series, but again, I think a lot of it has to be given credit to OUG Abstract's mentality. They're coming in, they've looked a lot better than yesterday. There's a team that just has a rock hard mentality to know that even if a goal goes in against them, they still believe in themselves to take these games, and well, they need to have that mentality here as we're halfway through. You Vegas off the bar! Where is the follow-up? It doesn't come. Dimensiones waits, but he'll never get a piece of it. And it's Silky himself. Will make sure Phantom Gaming never see a second shot. That's hard point. Just looking for that clear. Dimensiones will get the beat on Silky. Trying to leave it in front as well, but he won't find anything. I know UG Abstract just waiting for the possession. There it is, but it's given away to Silky. Bad first touch from Hardpoint, and UG Abstract are seeing time tick away for them and their chances to stay in this tournament. Dimensiones, a demo in front, a demo now from Hardpoint. U Vegas, Yiz, blocked, but OUG Abstract still got more. That chance for Hardpoint will never see the light of day. Will be cleared out here as Yiz in the midfield. U Vegas. This one will be sent out. It's Hardpoint. OUG Abstract. Feel like they're starting to lose hope in here. But they only need a 2-goal comeback. One should surely put them in a beautiful position. But how on earth will they get it when the defensive Phantom has just been unbreakable? Shadow Ball now, keeping them away from offenses. And an infield pass, Hardpoint. Couldn't get that beat on Silky, and I'm gaming away, but Shadow Ball with low boost. U Vegas can challenge, and he will. U Vegas going to goal. 42 seconds remain, and 1-up Gaming Abstract still should have hope. 42 seconds is all they need now. 1 goal separates these two. And what has been the most intense game on this stream for this tournament so far. But off the kickoff, Silky again! This guy will never give OUG Abstract the light of day. 3 goals from Silky. A one-man army that OUG Abstract can't stop. And all that hope that OUG Abstract just had is wiped away in 1 touch. They need to build back from square one again. Dimensiones, though, setting up a teammate, but U Vegas couldn't shoot there. The angle wasn't good for him. And it will be OUG to once again have to play from their own defensive half. Dimensiones, flip reset. Yiz with the dunk on Hardpoint. Silky to the corner. Phantom Gaming, they're preventing that reverse sweep, and they're doing well, but not well enough. Hardpoint keeps his team in it. 15 seconds now for 1-up Gaming Abstract. Their chances are running thin. They may only get 1 or 2 more shots, but that may be all they need. Perfect kickoff as well. U Vegas. Light touch, Silky. Gets the beat on Dimensiones, but Hardpoint with free room to work with. Infield, U Vegas not there. And now Phantom Gaming looking to let it hit the ground. OUG keeping it alive. Dimensiones up, but it's in front of the net, and this one will be dropped. Phantom Gaming take the series in Game 5 and prevent the reverse sweep. It came down to that final game. It came down to those final shots. Phantom Gaming's offense proved to be just a little bit better. Silky popped off this game. 3 goals on 4 shots. It's his offense that definitely had a word with this one. That means for OUG Abstract, the team we got to see yesterday, their run in this tournament is over, unfortunately for them. Ends in Game 5. I see a little fall coming from Rob. Thank you for the follow, Rob. Thank you for joining this buddy stream here for the Score for a Cause April 2024 event. That was the quarterfinals. If you guys want to show support to the Sarcoma Foundation of America, the charity that we are supporting with this Score for a Cause tournament, !donate to learn more. see there, it's Phantom Gaming with that win. We're playing against Death Cloud Quirksters up next on this stream, and should be an exciting one because that's the best of sevens. I originally thought this quarterfinal was the best of seven, but this next series is. So Death Cloud Esports Quirksters taking on Phantom Gaming. That series is going to be packed full of incredible shots, incredible opportunities. So definitely do not go away from that. We'll go to a break. When we come back, we'll be seeing you guys again for the semifinals. Welcome back to the Score for a Cause April 2020 tour event. I'm SportyMC. Joining me now is PozzSka, and this is the semifinals. We're almost there. We're almost to our grand finalists, but they've got one more hurdle to go, PozzSka. And well, this one, the stakes only get higher as we are now moving into the best of sevens.
Yeah, these games are going to get great because I casted Phantom Gaming a couple times yesterday in the group stage, and they were crazy. And then Quirksters, I just saw the end of that one, and they pulled off some stuff too. So I look forward to this game and the grand finals. Of course, they're they're like four really good teams that are left here. So I suspect. Do you want to make predictions? How deep do we want to go? What are we doing?
With what?
With predictions, how strong do you want to? How strong?
Oh, I don't mind if you wanna throw it out there. If you wanna throw it out there.
I think the other matchup is actually. I think the other one's kind of less interesting. I hate to say it that way, but I think Astrolabs.
I'd agree with you.
I hate to say it because Team A and D yesterday played well, but I feel like they just barely made it. They needed legit to lose in the group stage in the last round, and they barely lost it. I mean, it was just so close. And Astrolab came out and just absolutely controlled the quarterfinal matchup over Overcast. So I kind of think Astrolab might take their semifinal match pretty handily. This one I think is going to be a lot more even. I think it's going to be a far more even matchup.
Yeah, but even so, Defcon Quirksters, you could say the same thing about them. They won their series quite well. I've heard that it was not very close. Was it close for Quirksters or?
Oh, was it not close? There was somebody. I think was Quirksters the game that I saw somebody left early. I think there might have been somebody who stepped out before. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe they'll be similar.
The
means we got Phantom and Astrolab in the finals.
Yeah, no, right? Everybody's
Everybody's
expecting Quirksters. Are you saying someone left for Quirksters?
I'm sorry, Quirksters and Astrolab in the finals.
I was gonna say, a lot of people have come in and have expected Defcon Quirksters and HQ Ashlab to be in the grand finals, and yeah, as you mentioned, A&D for them, they just scraped by with that field sweep over Midnight, but we saw yesterday how inconsistent Swordfish Midnight have been throughout this tournament. The same could be said about OEG Abstract, and we just saw Ransom Gaming beat them as well, but admittedly, today was a much stronger day for OUG. They actually looked quite consistent, so don't count these teams, don't say anything about these teams just yet. These are some solid teams, and and again, they've got some solid playstyles, so definitely don't call this one early. These are some very good opponents, and knowing how good this Defcon Quirksters team is, I can tell you, expect these guys to do quite well, but I'll also say, we could definitely see Phantom potentially give them a run, and as you said, this series does feel a little closer, even if still Defcon are heavily favored to win, but it is what it is in semifinals. Best of 7, it's a whole different series, and it's single elimination, PozzSka. It really is technically anybody's game to take.
Yeah, so the Phantom Gaming in their second game, Apop did show up as a starter, and he came out strong off the bat. Apop came out and he popped off early when he showed up in the second round or second or third series. There was a forfeit in there somewhere. Apop through. Chat's saying Apop through.
Chat's going after him.
They're coming after my opinions here, but I was there, darn it. And no, they have a really. I look forward to this matchup. This Phantom Gaming team, I think, is really solid. And even though the first one went 3-2, I think this is going to be a very interesting series.
Yeah, as you mentioned, this one should be relatively close here, and yeah, as you mentioned again, it should be interesting at least to see how these teams will compare. And for Phantom, if they can continue that offense, just elevate. At this point for these teams, it's all about elevating your gameplay from the quarterfinals to the semifinals, playing clutch under that pressure, playing with that pressure, and being able to prove that you deserve to be in the grand finals. There's a $150 prize pool out there for the teams that do make it to the grand finals, so they're one step away from getting there. As well as, again, a reminder for all of you, if you want to be involved in supporting as well, we are, again, supporting the Sarcoma Foundation of America, ! Donate to learn about more, to help us reach our $1,000 goal, and make sure we make Taquito very, very cold with the Ice Bucket Challenge. That's what he said he promised to do if we reach $1,000.
Oh, we'll get there.
If we get to $1,000, I'm expecting we will, though. I'm expecting we're going to see a very cold taquito by the end of tomorrow. So I'm really excited to see that. But at least for now, again, it's a semifinals match, though. These teams focus on getting as far as they can. There's still a tournament to be had, and there is still, these teams still want to make it as far as they can. And DevCloud Quirksters, they're expected to make it to the grand finals, but PozzSka, I want you being a player, you being in that position of being in a team that has dominated leagues at times. There's a lot more pressure on players when it comes to being that #1 seed. What do you think? What do you say about the pressure for Quirksters, especially the semifinals, when a lot of people are expecting them to make it through to the grand finals? When people have said that it should be them who go to the grand finals.
I think this is just a short-term, like very intense couple of days, right? So you got to have the sort of toughness to hang on for 2 solid days, and you're going to play a lot, right? You're going to play a lot in 2 days because you're going to come warm up. You're going to play all Friday night. You're going to come up. You're going to warm up. You're going to play all Saturday evening. If you keep winning, assuming you make it that deep. This is a very intense, short thing. So it's a lot of short, stressful games. It's a different sort of stress, I think, and a different sort of pressure than being the #1 seed league-wide. And that going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. You know, you got 6 to 8 weeks of a regular season maybe, or you've got a longer term, season structure depending on the organization and the stream or the league. This is different. This is like a short term. You got to be tough. You got to keep your head in the game. You got 2 strong days of gaming. There's not really like a 1 seed or a 2 seed or a 3 because it's just 2 days. I think it's a different sort of pressure. Also, my team, thank you for the compliment, was not nearly at this level. These guys are playing a much different game than I don't want to be too self-deprecating, but as a champ 1, champ 2, these guys like low GC1, GC2.
This is a GC2 level.
It's a different ball game. But there's a different sort of stress. My success in the leagues, it was like kind of drawn out, like, oh man, we got to win again this week. I think the pressure builds a little bit that way. I think this is just a very intense, it's a very intense, short weekend of play, and they just have to keep their head in them for here. They can kind of take tomorrow off if they need it, that from the mental standpoint.
Well, we'll see about that. As you said, the pressure comes so quick. Pressure comes so hard, but we've made it to the best of 7s, the semi-finals. Phantom Gaming, we just saw them in that Game 5 win, but over a team that had fixed its consistency issues. They go up against a team that is the definition of high-level consistency. DevCloud Quirksters on the other side, and they take the orange. Phantom Gaming now on the blue, and it's a best of 7. The grand finals awaits the winner of this match, and for Phantom Gaming, at least, they're off to a great start. 6 seconds have gone by, and it's Yiz with goal 1. So, what we mentioned already about DevCloud being that team guy that could definitely take the initiative, Phantom Gaming definitely proving that they have something to say about it.
Yeah, and a big aggressive challenge from Shadow Balls, what did it there. He got out in front of Yogurt. Weigert? Yogurt?
It's Yogan.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Yogan. He goes by Yogurt in game.
It looks like there's no. Oh, and Yiz found another one. That's 2 for Phantom now, right off the rip. Again, big aggressive challenge from Shadow Ball. Sets up a teammate, and Yiz finds the corner. So Shadow Ball's aggression right now is doing all the heavy lifting for Phantom Gaming, but it's only been 15 seconds.
Yeah, but I think one of the factors that actually helps Phantom Gaming is the fact that last series did go so long for them, and it did have a free 4-minute OT in Game 3 that it went all the way to Game 5. Because reminder, DevCloud Quirksters, their series was quick. It was a 3-0 sweep, and it wasn't much of a contest. So for them, they have not had the same match that Phantom Gaming had in that first round. They did not have an opponent that tested them nearly as heavily, and so for DevCloud, they need to warm up a little bit in this series. Whereas for Phantom, they're already coming in hot, and you're seeing the difference that it makes. Phantom Gaming are taking the initiative right now, and they're bringing the offense. Just look at the power they're putting on every touch right now. This is a Phantom Gaming team that is utilizing the benefits of having a longer first round.
Yeah, I think you're right. Their central nervous system is just ramped up like full speed right now. And with the confidence, Yiz does it again. He finds the other corner right at the goalie. He doesn't even worry. He's not even trying to avoid him. He just hits it hard enough. Like you said, every touch is strong. Silky bumps off Wavy on the other side, and Yiz drops another bomb to the bottom right corner. That's 3-0 for Phantom.
Yeah, it's a great start for Phantom Gaming, and one that I think a lot of people would be surprised to see from Phantom Gaming. Again, with DevCloud, with almost everybody agreeing that DevCloud and Ashley are the favorites to make to that grand finals. Phantom Gaming definitely want to respond, but here comes DevCloud on the other way back, and you already see there from Yogan a little bit of what's to come, of why this team's so solid, of why this team was undefeated in the Rocket League Splash Series, getting into that final bracket, only finding themselves losing in that semifinals, I believe, and I believe it was to, I don't want to say it immediately, but I don't remember exactly who they lost, but I know they lost lead in that bracket, but there's a reason why this team has been able to beat so many teams at that GC2 level, and again, Phantom Gaming proving that here tonight, it could be a whole different story, as they are the ones who have that early offense, and with Game 1 going this way, DefCloud now need to respond. It's a perfect way to do it! Oh, but how on earth did Jokin miss that? An open shot, another play, and that one kept out by Shadow Ball. DefCloud Quirksters attacking the net, but not really. They all missed their chances.
Yeah, these are the sorts of like opportunities that at this level, those are the opportunities you have to capitalize on. You don't have the option of missing because the second player's recovery is going to be good enough. The odds of all three players making a mistake is very low. But when one mistake occurs, that punishment has to be like instant and be taken advantage immediately. And DefCloud had a couple chances there and just weren't able to pull the touch together that they needed. And those are the ones they're going to have to need. I mean, if that's the consistency, or if consistency has plagued them, then that could cause them problems here, because Phantom right now is nothing but consistent.
Yeah, that's ironic when I define DefCloud. I defined them as a team that had consistency, but yeah, they have not shown that consistency that I know this team can do. And like a lot of it is just Game 1 jitters, getting used to this momentum once again, getting used to this new team, and a team that they haven't faced off yet at all this tournament. And they're trying to get themselves.
His flip reset was too good.
Yeah, that flip reset went far away from that net, but DefCloud Quirksters definitely looking to keep the offense, try to get themselves back at it. One goal could definitely do the trick, but Yiz giving them no option here yet. A hat-trick in Game 5 that sent Phantom Gaming to this semifinals matchup, so really, Yiz is a player that we're going to be focusing on, I think, because it's him that sent Phantom Gaming all the way to the point where they're at now, and it's him who continues to attack as that one off the crossbar, and DefCloud right now are so fortunate because at this point, Phantom Gaming have controlled everything about this offense. It's just a miracle that this game isn't a lot worse than it is right now.
Yeah, they've had a couple opportunities, a couple shots that, could have snuck in if they were, if they got a luckier angle or a better, slightly better touch, or the defender just missed. But there's a pinch. That one's long into the back corner. Rafiki, who's been quiet, but actually has 3 shots. It's not like DefCloud isn't putting anything on target. They are putting the ball towards the net. There's another opportunity. A couple of misses, and DefCloud again just can't find the ball when they need it. He is getting a little tangled up there and losing momentum.
Yeah, missing the mark, literally, I think, is a good way to define.
Yeah. I mean,
DefCloud.
they're putting the right idea on the field. They're in the right place generally at the right time. I don't think they're doing anything necessarily wrong, but yeah, they have been plagued with this game of millimeters, and it's resulted in a 3-0 lead for Phantom still. There are only 30 seconds left on the clock. If they want to score them, they got to score them quick. Beautiful save from Yiz.
Another pass.
And there is one, just as I say it. Perfect.
Vafiki will be on the end of that one.
Just as we scripted it.
Yeah, just as you said, PozzSka here is DefCloud wavy to Rafiki, and it's 1 goal for them. They'll be pretty happy with that, even though there's only 16 seconds left. There is still time for them to come back, albeit not much and probably not enough in reality. But we will see here. Rocket League, such a strange game at times, and Wavy looking to take it, but his shot's not strong enough. And DefCloud, that was a chance. They needed to take that one, but Phantom will not give them any other time. Will run out here. Game 1 will go to Phantom Gaming, coming into the series proving that there are no such things as underdogs, and their story is just as good as any other, as a 0-second goal from DefCloud will be without enough time left, and Phantom Gaming will take Game 1, and while DefCloud eventually got their offense underway, it came far too late.
Yeah, it wasn't enough in Game 1. Phantom Gaming came out just so strong at the beginning. A 3-0 deficit is hard to fight back from, but DefCloud, they had those opportunities. If they just caught one of them, they showed us there at the end of the game they can do it. They can keep up the 0-second ball. They put 14 shots on target. They're doing so much work. They're just not being rewarded. That accuracy just slightly off. And Phantom Gaming always in the right place at the right time here in game number 1. So not much else you can say other than Quirksters is going to have to find, I don't know, a sooner touch, just a more accurate touch. Whatever the adjustment is, they're just that close.
I would actually say it has to be more accurate. They had 14 shots. When you have 14 shots, you need to score at least one of them. It's just far too many shots. The thing about the Quirksters is they're getting so many shooting opportunities, they're just not converting on them. And when you don't convert on your chances, they might as well not be chances at all. For how DefCloud is playing, and I'm sure for them they'll be pretty unhappy because that was a game that they really had a chance of actually being in there. It was only a 1-goal difference, and you know, even with how bad that game was, it was still one where they kept it close. They just need to find more goals. I mean, when you have that many shots, you expect more. As again, DefCloud Quirksters, I'm getting a little message. They lost in the semifinals of the Rocket League Spot Series next to New Kooks, who then lost in the grand finals. So, yeah, making that top 4 finish, there's a reason they did it. That's one of the toughest leagues out there when it comes to just being, doing well in the playoffs, because it's such a high-level league. There's so many good teams that want it, and for Quirksters, again, to see them kind of make it through the Splash Series, now here in the semifinals, they know what it's like to be under that pressure. Now they need to prove that they can come back from it, and especially against a team like Phantom, who definitely aren't perfect and did not play perfectly last game, especially near the end.
Yeah, credit to Phantom Gaming, though. 14 shots for DefCloud in Game 1, but they did have 7 saves. Shadowball gets to score now instead of passing like in Game 1. He gets to clean up in the midfield.
Yeah, a little clean up, a little bit of getting the mop out there. He's playing janitor for Phantom Gaming, but yeah, you mentioned those 7 saves, and again, the Phantom Gaming defense, they've got to play well. DefCloud Quirksters are such a shot-heavy team. They love to throw the ball at the nets, and they love to do it often. You're just forced to have a good defense when you play against them, and Phantom Gaming definitely, I think they got that realization very quickly here from DefCloud, just how much this team likes to shoot. Now they've got to do it again and do it consistently, and as you said, consistency seems to be the name here for so many teams in this tournament. If you're consistent, you'll move on, and we'll see who the consistent is here. As that shot from Yogurt just wide of the net, and again that shooting and that accuracy plaguing DefCloud again and again here. Now in Game 2, they really need to get it on board, and they just continue to find their shots and just not convert on them, and that's really going to cost them as the series goes on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how their style changes as well. I think you're right. Phantom Gaming being so deep into the prior series, they're in like Game 3, 4, 5 mode. They're coming out with some, they're moving the ball in an aggressive, assertive way, and they're really moving towards the net. DefCloud Quirksters still feel like they're playing like a Game 1 or a Game 2, and in my experience, as these longer series goes on, especially at these higher levels, as the series goes on and the players become more comfortable with the pace of the match in front of them, they open up a little bit. And that's when you get ceiling shots and ceiling shot, full court, air dribble, flip. Like you see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't happen in Game 1 generally. The teams are still being a little more conservative. They tend to feel each other out a little bit, and then that stuff comes out later. But Phantom Gaming right now is playing like Game 4 mode, and they're already trying to push like it's later in the series, and it's doing them well.
It is. The fact that this team didn't really need a warm-up to get in the series, and they've continued what they did in Game 1, and now they're looking for an infield play. Silk with a great redirect, but Yogan will clear, and it doesn't go far. Phantom Gaming looking to make it 2, and a redirect will do it! Oh, yes! Yes, he's found it! And Phantom Gaming double their lead on a goal that nobody expected!
Oh, Yiz just can't miss. Upside down, belly up, beautiful vision, and yeah, Yiz. Oh, what a gorgeous touch. I'm just looking over at the other replay on the other monitor. A gorgeous touch. I mean, just a perfect skim. And Yiz showing us. I mean, Game 1, he did it. There's a double tap. He almost wants another one. He definitely wanted it. He didn't get it this time. I guess he can't have his cake and eat it, too. They're going to push him away one time. Yogurt trying to keep the ball out of reach. Shadow looking for another cleanup. But this Phantom Gaming team right now just doing such a good job keeping the ball, like, all up in DefCloud's face, and they just can't. It looks. I don't know if they want some more space with the ball, or if they just need more time, or they just need one more touch. But Phantom Gaming's not letting them have any of it.
Yeah, Phantom Gaming taking advantage of this lethargic start from DefCloud Quirksters, and the Quirksters again find themselves in a position where they're a couple goals down against a player like Yiz, who just seems to know how to do anything on this field. It was again Yiz who stole the show in Game 5 of the end of the series when they played against OUG, and it's Yiz again who takes the games here. Another one, but this goal from Yiz much easier when Silky tees it up in front of the net.
Yeah, Yiz probably would feel bad if he missed, because Silky coming off so smooth off the wall, drops a dime in front of the net in the box. There is a goaltender in the way, so credit to Yiz for avoiding him. But a smooth pass from Silky, and yeah, you can't miss those. We got 3-0 again, just like game 1.
Yeah, Def Cloud still have not found their first goal of the series, and they'll find one soon. I think they'll find one here as a double commit from Phantom, and Wavy's got an open goal. So for Def Cloud Quirksters, they did score again twice last game. I should really mention. I don't know why I said none. They scored twice. They've only scored twice.
This game, yeah.
But this game they haven't. Now they do, and unlike last game, it's not 16 seconds left. It's 90. They've got a lot more time to come back now.
Plenty of time from here, and those are the mistakes you got to punish. In game 1, they just couldn't find that touch. They couldn't find that one touch they needed to punish the mistake. And here they did. It was an easy open net push through on a double commit. And when it happens, you got to take advantage. So Def Cloud making a little adjustment here. But like you said, plenty of time now to score 2 more. Maybe I shouldn't say plenty. They probably should score sooner rather than later. But 90 seconds is a lot more time than 19 or 16 or whatever it was.
It was 16 seconds last game when they scored their first. Now trying to find another as Rafiki gets that pinch in front. Def Cloud with some newfound aggression, but Phantom Gaming quick to take it away and quick to make sure that Def Cloud don't find those chances. Now Wavy can't win the challenge. Yogan waiting, but in comes Shadow Ball, and he's got space to bump on one. Silky's up and he'll drop it down. Rafiki will save, and it will still be this one for Phantom in the air. Rafiki gets the clear, and it's Phantom Gaming to continue to try to find that infield pass and keep this game going, shut down any hopes of Def Cloud, but another overcommit and another goal. This one from Yogan, and it's another mistake from Phantom, the same they made before, that catches them out with 23 seconds left. Def Cloud Quirksters giving themselves a great opportunity to make quite the comeback.
Yep, third man got a little overexcited. You want to come be involved in the play. And I think if you go back and watch, you might even see the sort of flip away from the ball. Big shot from Silky trying to get that 2-goal lead back. But like flipping like while something's happening in the play, it takes yourself kind of out of being able to turn around. And it looked like the third man got a little excited trying to get closer to the play and got caught out on the clear. But there again, another mistake that needs to be punished immediately to give you a chance. But Phantom Gaming hold them off. That's game 2.
It is, and while these games may not be ending perfectly for Phantom, they are starting off quite well. Def Cloud Quirksters definitely taking it there, and again, what a game 2 it has been. It's been quite a performance so far, but still a whole lot more to go through PozzSka, and we know these teams definitely have some interesting plays decided, some interesting situations as Def Cloud calling a tactical timeout. There are tactical timeouts in the semis and grands, so these teams do have it, and Def Cloud will use it here. So,
yeah, sometimes you got to talk it out.
Sometimes
you gotta, or you got to be really blunt with someone. If somebody made a big mistake, or if somebody did something, you know what I mean. Like sometimes you really have to say, like, listen, this is what happened. That we should have scored that, and you totally whiffed. Like sometimes you have to be direct. I don't know that that's the case here. I don't think anybody made that big of a mistake, like that obvious one. I think DC Quirksters, they just need to do what they did in the last 90 seconds, like the whole game. They just need to play like that for the first, I think they just need to pick it up a little sooner in the match, maybe have a little bit of that urgency. So who knows what they got to talk about, and you don't always know how they're feeling. Maybe they were feeling really good, now they're feeling not so great. Maybe it's something simple, who knows what changed between the previous series and this one. But like I said, it's a long weekend, it's a long intense weekend, so sometimes you need a minute.
Again, this is the tactical timeout for Def Cloud Quirksters being utilized here, and that's surprised to see them after those last 2 games having been as so close as they were. It just feels like they need to change a few things to get themselves back in. And as you said, the major thing they need to do is to not start trying to make these comebacks late. They're waiting too long to get these first goals. They need to get themselves off to a quicker start. And really, for Def Cloud, the major thing they're going to look at here is scoring first. If they're the team that scores first, this game could very well be theirs. So we'll be waiting on them. And again, what a position they're in as that tactical timeout now having been fully used up. These teams right back in it, and for good reason. This series far from over, and for both these teams and their hopes, at least for Def Cloud and their hopes, This is a big game for them. Game 3, match point potential for Phantom Gaming, but for DeathCloud Quirksters, now that timeout having been used, can they prove to us that this was a good time to use it?
Yeah, this is a huge point in a best of 7. That's good. Oh, Wavy needs to finish there. But this is a huge point in a best of 7 because this is where, if Phantom wins another one, they've got this sweep potential, and coming back from a 3-0 deficit is absolutely. I mean, you want to talk about pressure, as far as like, that long-term season pressure or that short weekend pressure, like being down 3-0 in any best of 7 series is like the definition of that kind of pressure. Winning 4 in a row against a team like Phantom Gaming is so hard. It's going to be hard for anybody to beat them 4 times in a row. So putting yourself in that, or getting yourself into that position, putting yourself into that position isn't ideal, but the benefit being it is a best of 7. To go down 2-0 in a best of 7, assuming you win game 3 and get yourself back into it, it's a long enough series to contend with a loss. You know what I mean? If you can contend with the loss, you can get your head back in the game, and you can get whatever mechanical or physical part of the game might need, whatever you need a reminder to do, or whatever, if it's mental, if it's a double demo provides the opportunity. Double tap around the corner. Is the finish there? Come on, give it to him. Yogurt can't finish. Shadow Ball to save, and the double demo gave them plenty of time to score, and they just, again, couldn't get the ball where they needed it to quite quick enough, and I think Shadow Ball came back to make that save.
Yeah, but this game much more even. I think it's been the longest in this series that we have not seen somebody score in a game. It's already almost 2 full minutes of scorelessness, and you can tell Phantom Gaming with a much tougher job here now that they have to deal with the DeathCloud Quirksters team that is not letting go, is not losing their offense as easily anymore, and we're seeing DeathCloud push through. Another whiff in front from Phantom, but this one, once again, we'll see another player back in Phantom Gaming with a solid rotation on defense that's kept them in it, and it's really been that rotation. That's why DeathCloud hasn't scored yet, but now they will. Rafiki with the breakthrough, and DeathCloud Quirksters with their first lead of the series.
And like you said, scoring first is key. That touch across from Wavy to the midfield there pulled 2 defenders out of position, and Rafiki had essentially a wide open look until right at the end when the defender almost got there. But Rafiki with a really nice look, and again showing us DeathCloud's got the mechanical skills. We know they can catch the ball, pass the ball, shoot the ball. We know they can do those things. They just got to pull them together. They got to get the timing right and take advantage of these mistakes from Phantom.
I wouldn't even say that last goal was a mistake, just a great early challenge. Now they look for it again. Yogan another beat in the midfield, and the double tap could be made, but he just can't beat his. And Phantom Gaming, now it's them who've got to deal with the pressure. Another shot off the post. Shadow Ball will clear. And it's DeathCloud Quirksters who wield the power to score on that offense, who wield the momentum. Phantom Gaming looking to take away those opportunities, but right now you can just see this ball waiting around, and Phantom Gaming not happy here with this turn of events. The DeathCloud Quirksters playing the offense, playing the shot every game that we know they like to play, that we've seen them play on this stream before. Now's the time to make it work. Only a 1-goal lead though, and Phantom Gaming still pushing. Silky, back wall challenged by Wavy before he can get that double tap. Now it's Shadow Ball, and the head's gone! He's got it! Shadow Ball's poked to the head, and DeathCloud Quirksters were not home.
Loving the physical play from both teams, and I was just gonna say, DeathCloud's coming out with a couple of demos here in game number 3. It's gonna, they're gonna go their way now. The physical play, maybe that's the adjustment they needed to make. And right there on DeathCloud demos, off the kickoff, they respond. DeathCloud back in the lead. No demos needed there. But I was just gonna commend DeathCloud on the demos, and then Phantom scored on the demo play. But it looks like DeathCloud wasn't happy with that, so they're just going to score 1, put it back to a 1-goal lead, and we're back to 1:40 on the clock, and DeathCloud's back on top.
DeathCloud Quirksters, this is their time to take the series and make sure they themselves can poke some holes in that Phantom Gaming defense, but they're only up by 1. They know this just as well as Phantom do. No lead is safe, especially on a lead like this, and especially with this much time to go. Phantom Gaming taking their time on defense here, and that's the one thing they don't have much of is that time, but if they can get upfield, those chances will start to pour, and You know, when Phantom Gaming can get those opportunities, they definitely find ways to score, but it's a beautiful clear! Shadow Ball just gets back to it. Defco Quirksters, quick on offense, but Shadow Ball to send it away. And now with less than a minute to go, Phantom Gaming taking all that time they have, trying to take it off that clock. Wavy nevoed. Silky now, blocked by Yogan. Shadow Ball to the sidewall. Silky there too. But Wavy, his chance, demoed away by Silky. But it's still a Yogan shot! A triple commit from Phantom, but they'll hold on still. Time's running out, and so too are their opportunities. Silky can't get upfield. Shadow Ball can't either. And Deathcloud Quirksters holding a vice grip. It's the Phantom Gaming offense.
Oh, what a tight series. I mean, both teams here with the physical play. I think that's what makes some of this look like high-level play. When they're doing all of it, right? They got, like, yeah, we can do demos in Champ 1, but I can't do other stuff while I'm chasing demos. These guys are catching flip resets out of defensive positions. And then demos like this, there's got to be a demo for there. In that play, there was a demo every handful of seconds. Just the speed and the intensity of the play at this level. Deathcloud fully showing up here in game 3. Totally different team. I'm loving what they're showing us right now. A very different look. Look at the difference. Those shots to shots there between the two teams. Very different game 3. But Phantom Gaming still kept it on Shadow Ball's defensive play there. Phantom Gaming still kept it within 1 goal.
Yeah, that's the scary thing about this with Deathcloud, that timeout can only do so much. That for them, this game really did come down to the fact that they scored first for the first time. And
yes,
Deathcloud, at least for them, this is not going to be the biggest confidence booster that they want it to be. This is not the confidence boost they wanted. They wanted more. They wanted to take this series and really find their way through, but it just doesn't happen that way. You just don't find it that way. And for, you know, the mentality of Deathcloud, the mentality for them has to be that we can do this again, but we got to do it better, because this series is a long series, and if they play like this, surely they're going to lose at least 1 or maybe even 2 games to Phantom, and if they do lose those 2 games, that's the end of their season, or their series.
Yeah, I think the end of this game feels good though for DC, because you've got a little bit of relief because you know you're still in the series. So I think it's an intense win with a little bit of relief. I think game 3, if DC can come out like they did in game 2, if they can score first or score quick off this kickoff, Rafiki looking, trying. Yogurt's going to leave this one back to the corner for a clean touch from Wavy. And Yogurt from there can't reach it.
Oh no, my game is just literally crashed on me. Oh no, this is bad timing.
Right. No problem. I'll handle the casting. You get your stuff back up and running. It looks like your stream is still live, so I think we're
It is
okay
live.
there.
No, it's not my computer that had issues. It's just
all
the
right.
game.
So Sporty will be back in a moment. DC doing a good job here with pressure on the blue side of the field. Very much looking like game 2. A little bump. The physical play could do it. What a save from Yiz off the goal line, showing us he's got some defensive skills as well. But DC still coming in strong. This is looking a lot more like game 3. I'm liking what DC's doing right now. Phantom Gaming now knows what they're going to throw at them, though. They kind of know what's coming. So I think this is where I talk about the series opening up, or the players opening up offensively a little bit. You can't show them what you got right off the bat. You kind of have to keep a trick or 2 up your sleeve, because you know the series. You know, you assume these series are going to go long. So you got to have a little secret, you know, you keep a little stash. Wavy the punish. Ooh, Yiz went for boost in the corner. I totally thought that was going in, but I was wrong. Pass over top, little bump, disrupts the play. That physical play doing a lot of good for Deathcloud right now. And this ball floating around in front of the box. Rafiki's going to take it the other way.
And fortunately enough, no goals were scored while I was gone, so we are back in it here. Again, apologies on that. My game crashed on me.
0-0.
Yeah, I know. My game has never done that before while I've been live, so that's a new one. See my game crash on me like that, but it has happened here, and, well, at least, again, we've had no goals happen. Both these teams continuing on. Phantom Gaming now looking to answer. Shutable, flip reset. You can say on the crossbar. Follow up, and it's Yiz. A bullet to the top left, and Phantom Gaming show us why they are still here and still ready.
And there it is. Shadow Ball keeping that flip reset in his pocket. Wait until game 4 to bring out that flip reset. Let Yiz do all the scoring in game 1. He sneaks in there. Beautiful flip reset from Shadow. Better save, but Yiz, big cleanup. And another sneaky play. They did that last night, keeping someone in that near corner. That's a sneaky play. You got to watch out for that. You get a big deep pass and someone's sneaking it behind you.
So often when a team goes on an offense, you always focus on that first player up, the one that has that ball, but the threat is never that first player at this level because these teams are so good at making defense, so good at saving those first shots. The real threat is that second, that third player, the ones that can push up further, that can get those follow-up shots. Because by that point, the defense has already had to make a save, and for both these teams, they realize that the first player up is not the threat. You really want to utilize that second, that third, the ability to follow up there, and that's what Yiz does there. He's done a lot of that already, but we've seen him do it with the mechanics. That one not nearly as mechanical. It's him just putting in some great power, and Phantom Gaming, again with those powerful shots, those powerful touches that were one of the major reasons how they came off to such a good start in this series. One of the reasons why they're still playing like it here and are still giving DefCloud Quirksters a tough team to deal with here, as DefCloud now trying to answer back, but Phantom giving them nothing, and Wavy's gone up far. He will race back and keep it away, but you're seeing his Phantom Gaming offense continue to just be there behind DefCloud and be in their faces every single time. And for DefCloud, who want that room, they just aren't being able to buy it because Phantom aren't selling it.
Speaking of consistency, though, DefCloud here in this game, far more consistent on their positioning and the spots. They're in the right spot. They've held Phantom to 1 so far. That's the best. That's the best we've done. That's the best they've done tonight. But this game looking a lot, like I said, I just feel like this game looking a lot more consistent and a lot more on tempo for the rest of compared to games 1 and 2, where they were always a little behind the tempo of the game. Another close one. Out of the midfield, Rafiki can't get the push. Shadow to the backboard. Silky drops it down. No shot. He is just going to try to control this as Phantom hustles back to the defense. Oh, demos. Open net. There it is. The easiest one of the night for Rafiki. But the physical play again doing the trick.
Yeah, and to be fair, Rafiki deserves that goal with that demo. Completely blows that defense apart there from Phantom Gaming. And it's just, again, we're seeing that physicality from DefCloud Quirksters work for them. Again and again, they, after that, that timeout after game 2, I think that was the major thing they're talking about is, what do we do to stop this team? And I have a feeling with somebody on that team, maybe it was Rafiki, said, let's go for the demos. Let's get that physicality involved. And you're seeing a whole different DefCloud because of it, a whole different series because of it. Phantom Gaming can't be nearly as safe anymore. They've got to keep their eyes open. They've got to keep their head on a swivel because this DefCloud team is coming up behind them, getting the demos, removing them from the field, and opening up that net as wide as possible because of it. And as time runs out here in regulation, Phantom Gaming...
They've done a good job retaliating to the bumps with more bumps of their own, but looks like we might get an OT here.
We might get an OT here, but DefCloud don't want it. Yoga into the back wall. Shadow Ball will keep it away, but this ball kept wide, and he'll go for the 50. Nobody's challenging him, so we are going to go to our first overtime of this series of the semifinals here. Phantom Gaming and DefCloud Quirksters going back and forth at it, but with it only being one goal that can decide it, it's anybody who can take it, but Phantom up first, and there it is! Silky sends Phantom Gaming to triple match points.
Yeah, a wonderful place to be if you're Phantom Gaming. You're loving this right now. Beautiful read from Silky, always so smooth. But Phantom Gaming here in Game 4 put themselves up 3-1. Wonderful place to be in the series. DefCloud playing strong now. I like this series. They still have a shot, but they got to win 3 in a row now. It's a big ask, but it's a big series. There's, an actual cash prize on the line. And it's a charity foundation, so we're all going to try our best. So don't forget, by the way, it's a charity foundation.
Exclamation point donate. Go support the Second Foundation of America.
Click the link.
Exclamation point donate. Go.
If you've got the resources, please consider at least a couple of bucks. We'd all appreciate it. But again, Phantom Gaming, very consistent. Even the games they lost, just by a goal. Here, but the game they lost, just by a goal. Here, same thing. DC got them all the way to OT, and a quick touch, a silky smooth touch from the wall. It punished a miss positioning, a miss on the rotation. But that's the game. That's the game. Phantom Gaming just playing so good. I think DC has a shot. They're going to have to really turn it up here for 3 games. It's going to be grueling for them to do so.
And with them having already used their tactical timeout, they don't have any more for the rest of this match. So they've got to go here without that timeout, knowing that Phantom still have theirs. Even if things do go in their way, Phantom almost certainly going to utilize it if they were to lose this game. So for DefCloud, Quirksters, the pressure's on them. It's all on them now to prove that they can bring the offense, that they can take over the series. They've not been able to do so yet, but with this series and the semifinals nearing what could be its close, unless DefCloud has something to say about it, Phantom Gaming are in a perfect position to make what would probably be the upset of the tournament, going to the grand finals. And here they are off to a good start. Silky the dribble, and it's just so clean. Phantom Gaming 1-0 up, and it's all from Silky.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. If you're a Phantom Gaming fan, that's what you want to see. You want to see that quick touch, silky smooth, no boost left when he was done. A gorgeous play. I mean, a beautiful play. Credit where credit's due. Silky off the backboard again. DC's still on the ball, but this booming touch from Yiz is so risky. Silky finds it inside the post. It's not enough. Gonna go back the other way. 4:30 on the clock. 1-0. Phantom Gaming scoring early here, just like in games 1 and 2. DC definitely fared better when they scored first. You got to get that early offensive pressure. Little cluster in the corner there for Phantom. I'm not sure what that was about.
Well, you never know, but the thing about Phantom is I think they definitely realize that, again, that one goal is probably not going to be enough for them. We've seen DefCloud. They can keep things close at the very least.
Absolutely.
And definitely steal these games away from them if Phantom aren't paying attention. And they know how important that 1-goal lead is, but they also know how important getting a 2-goal lead would be for them. Really shutting down DefCloud in that sense. And especially getting it early, as we have seen from these first couple games in this series. They'd love to do it here, but DefCloud on the move. Rafiki couldn't put that one in the open nets, and Phantom Gaming will continue to play exceptionally far back. They're basically sitting on the goal line at this point, and DefCloud Quirksters love to see that. Yogan catches both defenders watching, and it's DefCloud who finally take full advantage of the defensive positioning.
Yeah, that's just a clean touch. There's not much you can do about that. It's a clean touch. You get the corner of the hit box. It throws it to the back post. You know, goalie pulled out a little off the back post. You give just a ball's width, or a ball or two width behind you. It's just too much space sometimes, and it's a beautiful angle to find for Yogurt. So he's gonna feel good about that one. It's tied the game. Plenty of time left. Ooh, a shot from Silky. This one blocked away.
And as you mentioned again for Yogan, just taking full advantage of that space. Yogan Yogurt, doesn't matter what you call him here. He's still the same player here, as now he'll look for another one. That one up, Yiz doesn't get it, but Silky will. And Phantom Gaming now with 3 minutes to go. This game all tied up. DefCloud on the move again, keeping the offense. And I just love how far back they're pushing here on Phantom. They're forcing Phantom. And to consider how far back they want to sit, and Phantom are sitting on that goal line, so they, again, are playing extremely defensively, probably the most far back we've seen them. It feels all series long, and Phantom Gaming's got to be careful with how far back you sit, because they're giving shots to DefCloud, and while sure DefCloud hasn't had great accuracy on their shooting, I still wouldn't want to give them that many opportunities, but you think otherwise. Yogan on, Yiz will save. Shadowball's gonna be careful, because that one there, he'll block. Rafiki now, good first touch, up to the back wall, Silky clears, and Phantom Gaming again will see another scary opportunity taken away by their solid defense. But for how long can they keep doing this? Because DefCloud's aggression and their demos starting to show up more and more, and Phantom Gaming, they really can't afford to keep sitting back this far, because DefCloud are not going to give them chances.
Yeah, oh, what a block. I mean, you're right, they're not. And that little cluster in the corner, crossbar down and out. That's so lucky for Phantom right there. And that's the sort of, that's the accuracy issue that DefCloud's contending with right now. I mean, that's just so close. Phantom Gaming made the mistake. In theory, they should have been punished. The goal should have come in there. And Phantom's got themselves clustered up in the corner a couple of times. Oh, what a save from Shadow. Jeez. The heroic touches just don't stop. I mean, yeah, but like you said, how long can those heroic touches hold on? I mean, for how long are you gonna make that save? I mean, how many times are you gonna make that save? That's crazy. There's another one.
Oh,
okay,
finally it goes in.
There we go.
Wavy will get that one. I don't think Phantom was going to get away with that for very long here. Death Cloud Quirksters finally put one in the back of the net. It felt like an eternity for this team.
Took two of them.
It took them way too long, but they'll take it eventually, PozzSka. And for Death Cloud, well, it may have came in a very long amount of time. The good thing is, they've given Phantom no offense, and no matter how long it takes for you to get that offense and to get it going, if you give the other team no offense to work with, at some point, you're going to beat them.
Oh yeah, I mean, if they can keep Phantom Gaming clustered up in the corner. Oh, and you gotta score those. What an opportunity! That's a good look at the net. Silky with a banger. But yeah, you know, taking advantage of these little misses, and then keep them all bundled up in their corner. They can't shoot from there. Yogurt doing it again. Same thing. You got one on the backboard, one in the box, and one in no man's land. He is caught near post in the sky, pogoing off the backboard while Shadow Ball's recovering. Yeah, keep them bundled up in the corner, and Death Cloud's gonna have a nice relaxing game number 5.
Yeah, 50 seconds left, but the Phantom Gaming, they're the ones who need to come back at this, and we have seen no semblance of that offense we've seen before, but a big dunk from Silky, and Phantom Gaming are back in it. A big dunk and a big moment, and this one for Phantom Gaming is not over just yet.
Not at all, and Wavy again, third man, rolled a little far off the back post. He's a little too close to the play, trying to stay involved. Got himself caught top of the box, outside appropriate defensive positioning, and Silky just gonna punish. Oh, Rafiki, he's gonna do it the hard way. Can't get Snowball. Wavy follows up, can't find the middle of the field, and Death Cloud gonna have to watch. He is doing some crazy stuff.
I think he was looking for that brown pogo as well. He was looking for something crazy, but time here, running out for Phantom, but they've got chances. Silky runs in the Wavy here. Is moving back. We've not seen much out of him when it comes to the offense as that touch goes back. Silky now finds Shadow Ball. Phantom Gaming, one more attack, and it's open. Silky can't score, but Yiz is up high. This one cleared by Rafiki, and Wavy to drop it down. We're going to game 6. Death Cloud Quirksters stay alive.
Absolutely. Well played and good energy. Again, that's another one that feels relieving at the end, but they still only won by 1 goal. Phantom Gaming absolutely all over the play at the end there, just not quite able to pull it together and tie that up, force an overtime. But again, they got to score early. Phantom Gaming go up 3-0, and they have a good control over the game. DC Quirksters here show us a good fight, but look at how many shots they're throwing at net. It's taking them 14 shots on target. It's taking them 14 shots on target to get there. You know what I mean? And it's too much. You can't do that the whole series. It's just too much.
As you mentioned, yeah,
They gotta be a little more efficient. They gotta be a little more efficient.
Yeah, it's one of those things where for Death Cloud, we are happy to see them win, and keep the series going, but we also realize what they've done has been very minimal, and they've got a lot more they've got to do. As again, we're going to get these teams in here for game number 6. And really for you, seeing Death Cloud now kind of being in this position, Phantom haven't called the tactical timeout yet either. So, for Phantom though, not calling that tactical timeout, it's an interesting decision. What do you see with that decision from them? What do you see out of Phantom with them calling that?
I think it's just confidence. I think they just feel like they don't need it. Or maybe they just don't need it yet. I think if DC wins game 6 and forces a game 7, you might see him use it. I think that would be a moment when you would say, "Hey, wait a second, maybe we do need to talk about this." If they had gone up 3-0 and ended up 3-3, I would have. It might be a little different. They might take that tactical timeout a little sooner in that one, but they're up 3-1 now, 3-2. I think for now they're just going to sit on it until. I think now they're going to sit on it, and for this one, I think they still feel okay.
Yeah, as you said, I think these teams would still feel pretty good about that here. So we're going to move ourselves into game number 6.
There we go.
As again, what a series it's been so far. Our first series of the day was Phantom Gaming going all the way to game 5, preventing the reverse sweep. So now they're the ones who are in a position where that comeback may as well be happening here. And man, what a position it's going to be. They really want to prevent the comeback now from Def Cloud. So they're in a very similar position here. Got to prevent a 3-game run, but we go to Game 6, Game 7 on the cards now as Def Cloud Quirksters from last game brought the offense and brought some insanely high-level pushes. Can they do it again on Neo Tokyo? Can they do it again when the pressure is only increasing here in the for Cause semifinals? Here they go. Wavy on the back wall. Triple commits. Yogan, a chance to go for goal, but Silky's there already. And some early offense from Def Cloud should definitely bode well for them.
Yeah, I want to keep seeing this physical play. I think they started out the series. Phantom came out and had, oh, what a pass. Had a couple of nice mechanical plays early on. They went up 3-0, and I even commented that their pace was just like late game pace. It wasn't early series pace. It was late series pace. And now we're in late series pace where both teams are cranked up. And I think DC's matching them now. I think this is going to be a really interesting Game 6. I want to say, like, Phantom Gaming would say, of course, they want to win now. But obviously a Game 7 would be amazing here because I think DC I think they have the opportunity here. I think they definitely have the skills. And I think they're in this one. In their heads. I think they're good. They seem confident with the ball right now. They seem confident in what they're doing. I think Phantom right now is the team that has like the series to lose, so to speak. I think DC's turned this one around pretty well.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think anybody that says Def Cloud doesn't have a chance to win this series is lying here because that's how well Def Cloud has been playing back in Game 5. They've got that momentum and they've got that confidence that they have not had before. And Phantom Gaming have got to contend with a whole different roster now for Def Cloud, a whole different team and how they're feeling, the confidence on board. But Phantom Gaming right now, holding the midfield well. Yiz to Shadow Ball. This one down the field, and Yogan's waiting, but Shadow Ball, the dunk to front! And it is Silky! Goal 1! Pummels the Def Cloud defense!
That's a big 3-piece. Defensive touch, Shadow with a nice carry forward into a really nicely placed 50, and Silky just waiting in the perfect spot. He gets to play janitor in the midfield and clean up that little ball that squeezed out all over in front of the net. Oh, Yiz didn't get any juice. Did he get tangled up with Shadow there? I couldn't tell if he lost a little momentum. It looks like he wanted to rip that on target and just couldn't get the power. This one coming back. Rafiki can't find the corner. And Def Cloud, that's the opportunity again. That's one for Rafiki. He's going to want that training shot, that training pack back.
Yeah, and again, the Def Cloud shooting accuracy has plagued them all along this series, and now that they're a goal down, it really can't hurt them here. They've got to get on the board, and they've got to do it soon. If they don't, Phantom Gaming are definitely a team that can make it too. As a chance there, Shadow Ball to do it! He's just stronger! And Phantom Gaming, a 2-goal lead! The insurance is theirs!
Yeah, that first touch from Yiz, the second touch from Yiz off the crossbar, that's the one that you mentioned before. The second touch, it's not the first guy with the ball that's the problem. It's the second or the third guy. And Yiz's shot, it could have went in, but it was a crazy angle to hit it down the way he did. So instead, Rafiki's going to find the net with that one and put DC on the board. Death Cloud now, they're feeling good about that one. Little miss from Silky, the rare miss from Silky. And Rafiki with a beautiful touch back.
And something I've noticed this series, momentum for Def Cloud, it builds up quickly. They don't need much time to get that confidence going, and here's their chance to do that here. But off the kickoff, it's not a great start, and while they will have some space to make things work, they've got to win some challenges here. Shadow Ball misses on that one. Yogan now, Silky a whiff there as well. Yogan to leave, Rafiki can't get the shot. And it will be cleared by Shadow Ball as Def Cloud Quirksters already can see that confidence back on board, and for Phantom Gaming, they've got to be very conscious with who's behind them and who's looking to challenge. Because Def Cloud Quirksters definitely can utilize the space that's given to them here. Phantom trying to clear it away. Rafiki, though, holding the midfield strong on that clear. But Silky again, up high, Wavy, waiting. Now a second touch, Shadow Ball racing back, and with only 30 boosts to work with, he'll be in an awkward position. Yogan's got the beat, looking for the bump as well. He's got Shadow Ball to fly for this one. And now it's Wavy, sets up Rafiki, but he's far too high up, and ball will go all the way back, and Phantom Gaming will make it 3-1. A beautiful infield pass, and Yiz is the recipient.
Yeah, that touch from Yogurt, not at all what he intended for that challenge to be. I think he wanted that touch back to the corner, but not like that. And that's just too easy. Phantom Gaming just too good. I mean, that touch, that pass, that shot, I think we all kind of saw that one coming. after that touchback to the corner. Big challenge from Shadow Ball as well. Yiz makes everything work through the corner. Silky down.
Ooh.
Goodness gracious. What a touch to the top corner. All of a sudden, it's 4-1, and there's only a minute and 20 on the clock.
Time is ticking, DeathCloud Quirksters. Do you have the ice here in the Score for a Cause tournament? Do you have the ability to send this series to Game 7? 1 minute, 20 seconds left, and the time is not their friend. Phantom Gaming again upfield. Shadow Ball looking to put this game to bed. An infield touch, a whiff from Wavy, but Yogan will be there, and it'll go again. Shadow Ball, the challenge with the last one back. Wavy will go up front, and now DeathCloud, a quick break. Wavy beat by Yiz, but it's Yogan on target. Redirected high, but a double commit. Where is Rafiki? There he is, but his touch is too weak, and Phantom Gaming will see this one away. Yiz keeps the control. Now the flick. Yes, the back wall. Yogan, a double commit from DeathCloud now. But the LCS one down the field. Shadow Ball's defense keeping Phantom in the lead by 3. Time is running out for DeathCloud. 40 seconds left now. And time continues to tick down. Phantom Gaming, redirect from Yiz, the back wall. Yogan doesn't have an easy touch. And for Phantom Gaming, they're just wasting all these opportunities. DeathCloud Quirksters cannot get anything the other way.
Yeah, I mean, with ice in their veins, DeathCloud's giving it their best, but right now, Phantom, they're just too in control of the ball. They're not missing. They're in the right spot. They know they don't need to score. They can just do this. And so for the last minute 20, Phantom Gaming's just free played around the court here. Essentially free play with defenders, but they didn't really worry about scoring. They just have to hit the ball and keep it up. That one finally falls, and that's it. Phantom Gaming do it in 6.
Phantom Gaming, the underdog story that no one talked about. To take down DeathCloud Quirksters in a Game 6. I don't know how many people expected that one, PozzSka, to be very honest. I know for a fact I didn't expect that one. You know, coming into tonight.
I expected it to be 6 or 7. I did expect 6 or 7 games. I didn't think it was a sweep. I didn't think we were in sweep territory at all. My thought was that the other game, the Astrolab Team A&D game, would be much more likely to be a sweep.
Well, I can tell you something.
Would definitely
You're right.
go 6 or 7.
You're right. Astrolab did win.
I just pulled it up and looked myself.
If you take a look at that grand finals, it's Phantom Gaming and HKU Astrolab in the grand finals. Again, so many people expected DeathCloud Quirksters to make it, though. And I've got to say, for this series, I think Phantom Gaming deserved to be there with how they've been playing, because whatever performance they had,
Phantom,
they played well. They deserve that win because, you know, how well DeathCloud Quirksters can play. Phantom Gaming proved that even if they are the underdogs in that match, they deserve it. A great an underdog story to make it to the grand finals. Now, they got an even bigger one. HKU Astrolab, I think an even tougher team. So good luck for them on that match when that starts on the Score for a Cure stream. Sorry, Score for a Cause stream.
HKU played earlier over on my stream, and they were just absolutely cracked. They were so good. They move with the ball so well. They move without the ball so well. Very good team. Phantom Gaming is going to have their hands full over on the main stream here in what, about 9 minutes or so?
Just a few. It will probably take a little longer than that, but yeah, in just a few minutes they're gonna get that match sorted out. Again, thank you for the cheer as well, C Zoomer, and what a day it has been, PozzSka. Just to take a look at this, we had a Game 5 Saturday off, the only Game 5 in the quarterfinals with Phantom Gaming winning, and then they went up against DeathCloud Quirksters, and that match, oh boy, that match going all the way to 10, to 6. I see Flip out telling us 10 here. He wants us to raid over to the Score for a Cause stream, so we'll get that for him here. And he's just letting me know that they're going to be going and very soon, so we'll be getting that raid over to them. But PozzSka, before we give them that raid, is there any last things you want to say about the finals, about what it's been like on the stream, about this tournament? What do you want to say here before we have to raid out?
I want to let everybody know over here that this particular foundation and this particular cause hits close to home. If you guys were around back 4 or 5 years ago, pre-royalty, pre-AGL, back in the IGL days and some of the other leagues, my OG twos teammate passed away from this particular type of cancer as well. So my IRL friend, original twos teammate, Kental, if you've seen the names around, this one's for him. I will always participate in this tournament if we're raising money for that sort of stuff. So shout out to everybody at Score for a Cause. I know we want to get over to the mainstream, so let's get going. But thanks, everybody. Click the link in the chat. Donate some money if you can, and please come around. Let's go watch the grand finals.
Of course, everybody, support the Sarcoma Foundation of America! !Donate in chat to find out more. Of course, PozzSka, and thank you so much for joining, and thank you all so much for joining this stream. We got a raid over. We got a grand finals determined. Phantom Gaming playing up against HKU Astrolab. We'll see you all there in that grand finals. Have a great night, everybody, and enjoy the rest of the Rocket League here for Score for a Cause, April 2024.
Let's go.